Hey, what's going on guys? Buffalo Gamer 77 here, and in today's video I want to talk about my pickups I did for the month of July. Actually, since I got back from too many games, these are the pickups I did and got, I guess you could say. There's one item that I did not include in my too many games pickup video. This item I picked up at the Nintendo World Store when I was in Manhattan, and I forgot to include it, so I'm going to show it to you now. These are Kirby buttons that if you bought a Kirby item at the Nintendo World Store, they gave you these free buttons. The story I have though is I was in line, I didn't know about the buttons are free at all, and the girl in front of me was buying a lot of items. She bought like a Wii U and all these games, and the guy gave her these buttons. And I asked him, when I was next in line, I asked, hey, do you have anything for free at all, any buttons at all, or keychains? And the guy said, well, if you bought a Kirby item, I would give you these buttons here, but since you didn't buy any Kirby items, I can't give it to you. So I went downstairs at the World Store and bought a few more things. And when I was down there, the cashier down there, he asked me where I was from and told me where I was from and all that. And I asked him if he had anything for free, like keychains or buttons at all. He said that he had these Kirby buttons and he would give them to me. So I'm not really into Kirby that much at all, but for free, I can't be choosy, and buttons are pretty cool. Alright, so on with the games here. I have about 7 games here I picked up from NES to Sega Genesis, SNES, Game Boy Advance, and the original Xbox. So let's start off with the Game Boy Advance game here. It's called Gradius Galaxies. It's a Gradius game for Game Boy Advance, and it's pretty good. Definitely graphics-wise, one of the better games on the Game Boy Advance, I think. And I played it in my Game Boy Player for the GameCube. And it took me about 10 minutes or so to get used to the controls for it, but it's fun. Not as hard as the other Gradius games, but definitely a pretty cool game. I paid $5 for it, which I think is a good deal. So if you see this game in your local game store or anywhere, Craigslist or eBay, whatever it is, it's $5, I would definitely pick it up. Going on with the Gradius theme, I did pick up another Gradius game, which is Gradius III for the SNES. This game came with the manual here, and it's pretty cool. This game's hard as hell, and it took me a while to get through the first stage. Usually I don't have that much trouble with shooter games. I've been playing Blazing Lasers for TurboGrafx, and that game I got to stage 10. And Gradius 3, real hard. So if you're into shooter games and challenges, I definitely pick up Gradius 3. I'm not sure if I'll be playing it again anytime soon. I do want to finish Blazing Lasers first, but this is probably the next shooter game I'm going to get on here and hopefully finish. It's definitely hard though. Next 3 games are for the original Xbox. I watched a few videos on hidden gems and good games for the original Xbox. When I played original Xbox, I just basically only played Halo and like Max Payne type games, and didn't really have a lot of games for it. I probably had maybe like 6 games, 10 games for the original Xbox. Halo 2 and Halo 1, I played those games the most. So let's see. First game I'll talk about is called Grabbed by the Ghoulies. It's kind of a strange game that's made by Rare, who made Donkey Kong Country, Banjo-Kazooie. I believe also they made Conker's Bad Fur Day as well. They have a Rare 25 pack for the Xbox One that came out recently. Well, I'm not sure how recently now, but it came out. This game's pretty cool. Graphic-wise, looks pretty good. Here's the inside of it here. It came complete, and I paid $2.99 for it. So if you see this game in your local game store, I pick it up. $2.99, why not? I think these games are now, for the original Xbox, are pretty cheap, and I think they're going to increase in value. This next system is going to probably be increasing in value. It is kind of old now, the original Xbox, and I would start collecting for it now if you can. The games are real cheap. The next 2 games I picked up, one was $6 and one was $3. So for $13, $12, whatever I paid for them, not bad at all. Next one's called Jade Empire, and this game was $6. This is the limited edition one, which comes with demos for Forza, Conker's Live and Reloaded, and the Mech Assault 2. Conker's Live and Reloaded is like the updated version of the Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64. So here's disc 1, then you got disc 2 here. Price difference between the limited edition one and the normal one's like $1 difference, so You see the limited edition one, I picked that up instead, so that way you can play the demos, and you know, it's cool to have. Basically in this game, you're like an assassin, like a ninja or assassin, whatever, and you're in a town, where I got to in the game basically, you're in a town trying to save the town from people trying to invade it, and there's guys on boats that come in and try to basically kill everybody in the town, and it's your job to protect them. And you have magic powers and you can do all types of stuff in this game. Definitely cool. It's made by BioWare, this game. Next one is called Crimson Skies. This game also was $2.99, just like grabbed by the Ghoulies. This game takes place in the 1930s, and you're on like an old airplane, you're in boats and shooting things down. It's fun. For $3, definitely some fun to have in this game. I'm not sure if you guys played it or not, but $3, I definitely pick it up. This game also came complete. See, next game here is a game I should have had in my collection already, but I did not. I'm not sure why I didn't have it yet, but as a kid, it came with my Sega Genesis, and that game, of course, is Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog has very iconic music in the first stage. Once you hear that soundtrack, the first like note or two, you know it's Sonic the Hedgehog music. This game I picked up from a person on Craigslist for $5, and it's complete. When I started playing this game again, it brought me back to my childhood, and it was real fun playing it. Getting the rings, going up the loops, fighting Dr. Robotnik, so much fun. And definitely be playing this game a lot more now that I have it again. I did have Sonic 3, but I did not have Sonic 1, but now I have Sonic 1. Alright, the last game I picked up is, I'm not really a box collector, except for, you know, Sega Genesis and GameCube and things like that. But for NES and SNES, I'm not really into box games at all, and I typically stay away from box games because they're expensive and not necessarily to have the box, to me at least. And this game right here, I walked in my game store, and this is a new item that came in that day. Now I'm trying to go for a 1 through 6 completion for NES for Mega Man, and right now I have 1, 2, and 3, and so I need 4, 5, and 6. So when I walked in there, they had Mega Man 6 boxed, and basically the price I paid for it wasn't that bad at all. Normally this game goes for about $50 loose, and boxed was, I want to say $50, but it was a little bit more than that. But why not get a box for for a few dollars more, basically. Let's see here. It came with the plastic sleeve for the Nintendo game, and the cartridge here. I don't want to take it really out of the box, but you can see it. This game was actually made by Nintendo. It's the only NES Mega Man game made by Nintendo. I'm not sure why. I didn't really read about it at all, but I heard that Capcom made the 1 through 5 and Nintendo made number 6. So it's a very interesting fact if you didn't know about it. Well, this has been my pickups for the last month or so. Thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone's comments and support. Please like and subscribe if you have not. Again, have a good night. Thanks for watching.